Today I'm going to walk another section of the Pennine Way. I'm going to walk from White Hill to the Aiggin Stone on Blackstone Edge. I'm starting my walk from Newhey Metrolink station and I'm going to walk to Aiggin Reservoir. Well, to my left of the car park is Aiggin Reservoir, and I've just walked about over a mile from leaving the Metrolink station, and I'll be shortly passing two other reservoirs. You just got a glimpse of the reservoir between the houses. That's a better view looking back at Aiggin Reservoir. Well, behind me now is Kitcliffe Reservoir, and in front is Pythorn Reservoir, the largest of the three, and at the head of the valley. As you can see, the scenery now opens up and the hills in the distance. We're walking alongside the reservoir. I'm actually on the Rochdale Way, and in the distance I can see the transmitter at Windy Hill, and we will be passing that later on in the walk today. Well, it looks like there's a fourth reservoir, and looks like this one's called Hanging Lees 1870. I believe these reservoirs were built to supply the growing town of Oldham with its drinking water. Well, I've only done 2 miles from the Metrolink station and I'm now in open countryside. Well, here I now join the Pennine Bridleway, and I'm continuing to climb and heading towards the A672. Well, I'm now crossing the A672 at the Ram's Head and carrying on along the Pennine Bridleway. Well, from Reddycon Dean Reservoir I'm going to head over Denshaw Moor to the A640. Well, here I am at the A640. I'm now going to turn left and join the Pennine Way where it crosses this road. Unfortunately, there's a section of road walking here. Here we are, the Pennine Way. This section of the Pennine Way from the A640 to White Hill is a section I've already covered on an earlier walk, but the weather was much different. I think, I seem to remember it was very wet and miserable. Today the ambient temperature is about 24 degrees C, but the wind, the breeze up here makes it cooler. These paving slabs make crossing these boggy areas a breeze. As we leave the Marsden Moor estate, we now enter the historic county of Lancashire, and here we start on not a very long section of Pennine Way through the county. Well, here we are approaching White Hill. So we now leave White Hill and we're heading towards the transmitter on Windy Hill. Well, I'm heading back across the A672 by the transmitter. Well, that's where I've come from, the A640, and that was a couple of miles ago, and I've done about 6.5 miles so far since leaving the Metrolink station. This next little section takes me back into Yorkshire for a short while. I cross over the M62 motorway. From here you get a view down on towards the M62 as it crosses the Pennines. Well, here we are at the M62 footbridge. Well, this section of the M62 is the highest motorway in the UK, at over 1200 foot above sea level. I think when I get through this gate I'll be back in Lancashire and I'll be making my way towards Blackstone Edge. Well, this area around here is known as Slippery Moss, and so we've had a period of dry and we got some pavings here, but I can imagine in the days of Wainwright, when he completed his Pennine Way, this would have been a treacherous bog to cross. Just before I get up onto Blackstone Edge, I'm just going to have a look to see where I've been. Over there is Green Withens Reservoir, and then I'm going to look back towards the M62 and the transmitter on Windy Hill and just look at where I've come from. Just off the Pennine Way and along Blackstone Edge, quite a few impressive boulders. Here, just south of the trig point, is called Robin Hood's Bed. And this is the trig point on Blackstone Edge. From the trig point you get a view over towards Manchester, down towards Hollingworth Lake and Littleborough, and further north to the Pennines. From the trig point I continue making my way north. I'm going to go as far as the Aiggin Stone today. Well, we're almost at the Aiggin Stone now, and it will soon be time to leave the Pennine Way. And this is the Aiggin Stone, a guide for travellers. And it's going to be our guide today, and it marks the end of our route across the Pennine Way. Well, this part of the route I'm following down probably is an old pack course route over the Pennines, for which the Aiggin Stone served as a marker. This track is marked as Roman Road on the Ordnance Survey map, but it's unlikely to have been Roman in origin. I'll take a look back at Blackstone Edge whilst I head down. Well, I followed the Roman road down and now at a little hamlet called Lidgate, and I'm on the Rochdale Way. I'm going to follow this around to Rakewood. Rakewood House, 1826, and across from it is a chimney. I assume there must have been an old mill here of some sort. And now I'm walking south, heading towards Milnrow, where I'll get another metro link back home. Well, I'm very pleased with today's walk, especially as I managed to plan it from one metro link station to another. I think it's been a quality walk, and by the time I get back to Milnrow Metrolink station I should have covered about 14 miles. Well, here are today's stats. Just over 14 miles, almost 2,000 foot of ascent. Well, here we are, Milnrow Metrolink station.